Welcome to this orientation to Penn State Career Services. I hope that you'll get a lot out of this program and learn just a little bit about what we do for international students here at Penn State Career Services. And I hope you'll feel confident and comfortable coming to us whenever you need assistance. To start out with first, my name is Lesley Jackson, and I serve as a student outreach coordinator for Penn State Career Services. I typically do programs like this to make sure that students understand where they need to go when they have career-related questions. And one of my other jobs at the office is to make sure that all students feel comfortable in our space and supported by the services and programs we offer. And that includes our international students. So who do we serve? We serve all majors on campus, all career industries, all career paths, all years. So whether you're a first-year student or a graduate student or a year in between, we can help you. We talk about all career topics. So not just resumes and job search, but also graduate school applications, how to interview, your career and major choice, among a lot of other topics. Anything career-related, we can help you through. So we serve you. It doesn't matter what your path is, what your major is, we serve you as a Penn State student. A little bit about our services, and I will go into a little bit more detail on some of these later in the presentation. So we have a lot of different services here at Career Services. We have career counseling. We do mock interviews to give you an idea of how you're interviewing and what you can change, what you can do differently, what you can improve upon. We do customized workshops and programs like the one I'm doing here now for you. So if you're a part of a student organization and you'd like to bring us in for some sort of programming, we'd be happy to do that. Or if you are a part of a class and you think it'd be a great idea for us to come into the class, you can let your instructor know. We have some career courses that are available, and these courses are available for any student, and they range from classes to help you explore major and career options to classes that are more for the student who has an idea of what they want to do. They just are not 100% sure or want to polish their skills in terms of building a resume and interviewing and all the other pieces that go into that job hunt. We also offer space in our office for interviews. So if you have a phone or virtual interview coming up and you need a quiet space, we have interviewing rooms on our second floor that you can reserve for free, where you can conduct your interview. You do need to bring your own phone and laptop, however. And then we do all kinds of career and graduate school fairs. So we have large career fairs in the beginning of the fall and spring semesters, but there are quite a few other fairs that we run throughout the year or partner with other colleges on campus to help run. So the graduate school fair comes to mind. That usually happens a week in October, and we have a whole few days of graduate law and medical schools who come in. There are other activities during grad school week to help you understand the process better as well. And then finally, our on-campus interview program. So it just is a very convenient way for employers and students to connect through Nittany Lion Careers and schedule interviews on campus. And I'll talk a little bit about Nittany Lion Careers later as well. One thing that I do like to share when I'm talking with a group of international students is that you do have a lot to offer employers in the United States, if that is the direction that you want to go. So oftentimes when we're talking to international students, the focus tends to be a little bit more on the negative. We talk about how difficult it is to get sponsorship for employment, the challenges that you as an international student might face because of visa issues when talking with an employer. And that's all true. It can be very challenging, but we, Career Services, you as the applicant, even the employer, has very little control over that. You do have control, however, over how you communicate with others, how you communicate what you have to bring to the table, what you have to bring to the organization. And so things like language and intercultural knowledge, a global perspective, ability to be someone who can be adaptable and can work with people who are different from them, someone who is not afraid of new situations. These are all things that just by the fact that you are an international student, you can bring these things. And so you really want to make sure you talk with employers about that. Along those lines, I think it is also important that when you're speaking with employers, that you have a full understanding of your immigration status and you can communicate that to them. So what kind of visa do you have? What does the work authorization look like for that visa? Does your program, your major require an internship? All of these are really important things to know so that you can communicate those to employers. And the key here is that employers are not always going to understand these issues. You may assume that employers, because they're there recruiting at a career fair or at a networking event, understand these things, but it's not always the case. And so you have to be educated about this so that you can explain to the employer. I always encourage students to visit DISA. That's the Global Programs Office that you go through when obtaining your F1 student visa. They help you with all of that paperwork. They can answer questions on curricular practical training and optional practical training, which are all important issues to understand when talking with employers about internships, employment, etc. Visit DISA. The other program that I do want to mention is a fairly new program here at Penn State Career Services. It's the Peace Corps Prep Program. So this is a partnership between the Peace Corps and Penn State. It helps prepare students for service work, a career helping others, and entrance into the Peace Corps. Our partnering colleges are the College of Agricultural Sciences, Engineering, the School of International Affairs, and the College of Health and Human Development. Now you may be saying, why are you talking about this? Because the Peace Corps is only for U.S. citizens. And that is true. The Peace Corps is only for U.S. citizens to apply. However, this Peace Corps Prep program is open to all students. And so it could help prepare you for work in international development or really any type of service work. So if you'd like to learn more, I'm the coordinator for this program, and you can go to this website, fill out our interest form, and check out some upcoming information workshops that we have. So where are we located? Well, we are located right next to the University Health Services building. We're down the street from the creamery, and we're across the street from the outdoor pool. So hopefully that gives you a little bit better of an idea of where we are on the University Park campus. So we have drop-in counseling hours, and these are for any question that you might have about career and academic related issues. And so whether it's just a quick resume review, whether you have a question about how to interact with employers or how to engage with employers as an international applicant, maybe you have questions about major choice and what careers might be connected to those majors. Any career-related question is something that we can help you with in our drop-in hours. There is no appointment necessary. It is completely confidential. And the hours are Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 at our Bank of America Career Services building. In addition, we also have individual appointments. Again, all career topics are appropriate for individual counseling appointments. They typically run about 60 minutes, and you schedule those through the Alumni Careers, which I promised to speak about in a little bit. I also want to draw your attention to a new program, a couple of new initiatives that we have that are specifically geared towards international students on campus. So we have virtual drop-in counseling. This is on Tuesdays from 2 to 4 p.m. This is listed on our website as well if you need to find that Zoom link. It's a partnership between Career Services and Global Programs. And these are special virtual drop-in counseling hours for you to take part in, again, to ask any question that you might have about careers, majors, etc. And it's also confidential. These are 10, 15-minute appointments, just like our drop-in appointments are at our building. But it's specifically advertised to international students. In addition to that, one of our outreach interns sits at a help desk every Monday from 1:30 to 4:30 at Global Programs. So when you go to the 4th floor of Buki, you get off the elevators, and Valentina will be there at a table, and she'll have all kinds of questions about career services, or all kinds of answers for you about career services, what we do, how we can help you, and that sort of thing. Valentina is also an international student as well, so she understands a little bit about the kinds of concerns that you might have. Now, Valentina does not have career counseling experience, but again, she can answer any question you have about our office. So I mentioned Nittany Careers a couple of times here. So let me explain what this is. It's a resource for you to go to, and every student has an account at Nittany Careers using your Penn State email address. And that's where you can schedule counseling appointments, you can search for jobs and internships, and I believe there is even a search feature for whether or not an organization you sponsor and that sort of thing. You can network with organizations, find out about upcoming career events, and you can also access career resources that are only found in Nittany Careers. There's one particular resource that I'd like to mention. It's called Going Global, and it has many different features to this resource. But one of them is a H-1B visa database where you can look up, I think in the last 8 or 9 years, the companies that have issued H-1B visas to international applicants, what kind of job they issued it to, the salary for that job, and of course the company name. Now, just because Johnson & Johnson, for example, issues a visa last year to an international applicant, it doesn't mean that they will issue one to you this year. However, it's a really great place to start to find companies that are at least open to the idea of sponsorship. And so this might be a way for you to narrow down your search and start with those companies first. And of course, you can look up companies by sponsorship by company in the industry, by the type of job, I believe even the location of the U.S. where these have been issued. So it's a really great resource. So that is all found through Nittany Careers. We also have the professional attire closet. This is a free professional attire for all students on campus. Again, all students. And it does not need to be returned. It's open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. right at our Bank of America Career Services building. And you can maybe you just need a tie, maybe you just need a shirt, or maybe you need an entire outfit for your interview, for your networking event, whatever professional event you have coming up. You come to the professional attire closet during our hours. There is an entire room dedicated to the closet where you can go through items, you can try them on. And when you find something that you want, you just take it home with you. That's all there is to it. The only thing you'll need is your student ID to sign in, but that's really it. And again, it is open to all students. So that's my program for today. I hope it was helpful. I hope you learned a little something more about Penn State Career Services. And I hope you'll stop by and see us and take advantage of all the fantastic resources that we have. There's a QR code here on the screen along with a link. If you could go there to give us some feedback on this program, we'd always greatly appreciate any feedback so that we can continue to make these programs better and better to serve you. Thank you so much, and let us know if you have any questions at all, and we'd be happy to help.